Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Giancarlo with What's Up with Giancarlo. So, nice little intro for you guys, keep you entertained a little bit. Now, this lesson, we've got topic 6, lesson 6. Choose an appropriate graphical representation for data. I can choose and create an appropriate graphical representation when given a data set. The standard is MA.7.DP.1.5. Given a real-world numerical or categorical data set, choose and create an appropriate graphical representation. All right, let's move on. Little smiley face. Okay, example 1, choose a display for numerical data. Kara, however you say their name, is learning how to play the flute and research the costs of different handmade Chinese bamboo flutes. How should she display the numerical data to show that $45 is a reasonable price to pay for a flute? So here we have all the flute prices in order, okay? In this little chart, table, whatever, this is all the numerical data. And this is very interesting. This is the nice handmade Chinese bamboo flute. Okay, this is the one she found. It's $45. Then she went home and researched all the prices, or they researched all the prices. I don't know. Okay, I don't know the name. So evaluate the data set. They set it up where the whole first row is 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, there are no 70s, and then 80s. They tell you because of the outlier at 80, 80 is the outlier, choose the median and the IQR to describe the data. So I've said this a few times in past lessons. Outlier equals you do median and IQR. No outlier is mean and range. If you've got any questions on what median or IQR, which stands for interquartile range, or mean or just regular range, if you have any questions about them, please get in the comments, okay? Okay, so a box and whisker plot is a good choice to display the data because it is easy to see the IQR and median values. So when using median and IQR, the box and whisker plot, or just box plot, called either one, works very well because you can clearly see right here in the middle is the median, okay? And then this is the upper quartile, this edge, and then over here is the lower quartile. So to find the IQR, or interquartile range, we would take the upper quartile and subtract it by the lower quartile. So we've got the least value, the greatest value, and the median is right here. So we would look at these 6, take the very middle 2, and find the average of them. That would be my lower quartile. So my lower quartile in this situation is the 38.75, and then the upper quartile would be between these two numbers, 55 and 57.50, and that's where we get 56.25. Upper quartile minus lower quartile gives me the IQR. Okay, so step 3 is just analyzing. That's drawing the box plot. That's step 2. So step 3 is analyzing, drawing conclusions from the box plot. The line in the box, this line, is the median. It shows the median price of the bamboo flutes, which is $45. It's over 45. So the IQR represented by the box itself, the IQR is the difference between these two, is 17.5, which is what we got when we subtracted the upper quartile and the lower quartile. This means the middle 50% of the flutes are priced within $17.50 of each other. Therefore, $45 is a reasonable price for the flutes. Okay? You have really expensive ones that are um there's no need for them to be that expensive, and then you've got the middle ones, and then you've got cheap ones. So 45 is a reasonable price for the flutes. All right, let's move on. I don't I don't know what happened to the try it, but you guys can work on that on your own. Okay, example 2. Choose a display for categorical data. Diego wants to display the data he collected on paddleboard purchases at the local surf shop in order to compare the popularity of the different types of boards. Which display makes comparing the popularity of each type of paddleboard easiest? So you see you've got all the paddleboard types, and you've got the numbers, the number of them that were purchased. So this says bar charts and circle graphs. I call it a bar graph, whatever. They call it a bar chart, it's whatever. Are best for displaying categorical data to visualize each category of data and compare data. So circle graphs are useful when comparing categories of data or each category to the whole. Bar graphs are useful when comparing categories to each other by showing exact amounts. So when you clearly see that you can do both, but right here they have exact amounts. So for this specific situation, I would rather do a bar graph. They say Diego displays the data using a circle graph because circle graphs display percentages to compare each category to the whole. So that is which display makes comparing the popularity of each type of paddleboard easiest. I mean, I can compare them saying that this all around is the most um, purchased, comparing them all, where it just says like it gives you the percentages. You have to find the percentages, so you'd have to add them all up. It doesn't say anything about comparing to a whole in the question. It just mentions that since they are percentages, it'd be 50% of all of them that were purchased, 10%, 15, 25%. Just comparing them to one another, you can do that with a bar graph, which is easier to work out. This, you'd have to add them all up, find the total, divide each one by the total to get all the percentages. Okay? Any questions? Hit me up in the comments. Okay? Example 3, choosing an appropriate display when comparing data. The Melendez family wants to move somewhere warm with low variability in temperatures. Which data display will help them decide which location better fits their criteria? So we have all the temperatures for Florida, we have all the temperatures for Arizona, okay? So a box plot shows the median temperature and a visual display of the range and variability of the temperatures. The Melendez family can use box plots to display this data. So we're looking for range, we're looking for IQR because we're talking about variability. I said this, this was maybe topic 6, lesson 3. We had the measures of center, which were mean and median. And then we had measures of variability, which were which were range and IQR. So they want to see low variability, therefore we should use range and IQR. And the easiest way to display that is with a box and whisker plot. This is called a double box and whisker plot because we are showing two different box and whisker plots. Okay? But very clearly you can see 90 and 70, the range would be 20. The IQR, that's about It's pretty close to tell, but they say the IQR is 15. Oop, don't mean to cross it out. It's hard to make straight lines, especially going sideways. The IQR is 15, okay? And the range is 20. That's Florida. In Arizona, the range is clearly a lot bigger. The range of monthly temperatures in Arizona is 40, and the IQR is 28. Okay? So the lower the range and IQR, the less variability. So both the range and the IQR show that monthly temperatures in Florida vary less than the monthly temperatures in Arizona. So the Melendez family would probably prefer Florida to Arizona because it has a lower variability rate. Okay, it varies a lot less. So range and IQR relate to variability. So when they ask about variability in the question, you should do range and IQR and box plot because that's the easiest way to view them. Okay? And here's the key concept. Here's a little piece that you can look at if you need any help. So box plot, median, IQR, and range. Okay? Histogram, range and shape. Line plot, mean and range. Stem and leaf plot, mean and range. Bar chart, comparison of exact amounts to each other. Circle graph, comparison of categories to the whole. Okay? Thanks for watching this video. Um, anything left to say, hit up the comment section. And if you're watching this video, you're a part of the class. See you next lesson, everybody.